Okay, so once the algorithm has switched and confirmed, it gives me my stop if I'm wrong, and it also gives me my targets if I'm right. There's 1, 2, and 3 right here, and sometimes I get even more than that. All right, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, June 23rd. Our algorithm has switched here. We got permission to short this. We got the right stock in our order entry window, and in about 2 minutes, as long as this confirms, we'll be jumping in, and hopefully we'll start the day off green and start the week off green. I know it's Tuesday starting the week off, but that's how it goes. Probably only going to trade a couple days this week, but hopefully we get a trade in today so I can at least put something up there for you to see. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, so we are in this trade, and yeah, we'll see how it does. Alright, so it looks like we might get stopped out of this trade. We shall see here. Okay, yep, we're stopped out. So we're going to go ahead and reverse our position on this. Alright, so we're doing our speed bump protection on it. So now I'm going to mark that up real quick. Okay, I'm going to put our new stop in. Range order. Low 64. Gonna make it break this level here to get stopped out. Target 65.34, but we'll move our first stop up to 65.04 when it gets there. 65.34. Sell because I always tell myself, sell because we're long or buy because you're short. I've made many times in the past. When you're shorting and going long and shorting and going long, then you end up mixing up your buttons and then get yourself in trouble. So it's a habit I have now of telling myself. Alright, we're selling because we're long, so 64.40, 65.34. Alright, cool. So that's in. Alright, there we go. So we just deployed our little speed bump protection, and we'll see most of the time when that happens, we'll end up being able to zero out this trade. Instead of taking a loser, it'll be zeroed out on the day. Okay, so for my students, I could take this trade off the table right here, and it would be totally fine, right? Because I just recovered a good chunk of my loss, so that would be a good trade just to take it off right here and reduce that. But there's a high probability based on my back testing and sim trading and the whole nine that this will definitely hit this, at least this target, and possibly give me a even profit into that. So with this particular stock, I'm going to go ahead and wait until that happens. Alright, so finally, yeah, that's what patience gives you right there. So now let's try not to have greed kick in and want more. But this looks like it's definitely going higher. So we're going to look to move our stop, our low here, stop. I'm going to give it a little bit of room. Once it gets above 17, which I believe it will push to, which is about here, I'm going to put my stop in. We'll see what this candle does. But I could definitely put my stop in right here and almost break even for the day. By the time I got into the trade and got out at 65.17 is where I'm actually break even on the day. So right here, if I got out, you know, yeah, take a 5-cent loss, not a big deal. So I could always do that. What's the top of this candle? 06, 65.05. You know, I'm just gonna put the stop in. I'm not gonna let greed get me. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. So 65.05, and then if nothing else, you know, we lose like 12 cents in a day. All right, 65.34. Boom, boom. So I'm going to clear, and then I'm long, so I'm going to sell it. All right, so we got our order in at 65.05. Draw that right there. Cool. So if this backs up and end up out, then we have a very small green day, or sorry, a very small red day. And if if it keeps on going. Green, whatever. So yeah, if it keeps on going, then hopefully we can turn this red day into a green day. It'll be awesome with the speed bump play. So this is basically something that's a part of the simple switch strategy using the algorithm, and it happens because of like some technical stuff within the algorithm itself. And usually with this particular stock and with several others, but this one in particular, it's like a 99% that it will definitely recover, at least to this level. May not recover my losses, but it'll recover the spread basically, which it clearly did already. And now we're just looking for 65.17 for a break-even day on the pennies per share. I ended up with one less share on this than earlier, so I would probably need to get 65.19 to break even money-wise. But yeah, so very cool. We'll see what it does. Looking at this run up, this is most definitely going to come back and stop me out like that. Yep. All right, cool. So let's see, what do we get out at? 65.02. 65.02. So we had a little slippage there. So that basically gives me a 10-cent loss on the day per share. So much better than the what was it? 37 cents that we were going to have. So that's huge. And then, what happens a lot of times, if I'm doing 8 wins out of, and 2 losers out of 10 trades, and just now I recovered almost one of those losers, then, that adds up at the end of the year. If every time I have losses, I can recover one or more of it, or at least half of it, then that'll add up big time at the end of the year. So now watch, this thing's totally going to rally and hit like record highs. Yep. But all right, we'll look for other opportunities. So there's one that might be popping up, so we'll see. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, so that's going to do it for me today. Nothing else ended up setting up, so this was our only trade. So speed bump protection worked out awesome. Algorithm switched to get short. It was wrong, but because of the speed bump protection that's in play there, we're able to recover that. And yeah, I was going to hold out for 17, which would have broke me even on the day, or 18 or 19 to get even with capital as well. And if I did that, I could have definitely got my targets. Made it to 22, 21. Made it to 22 or to 21, and but I didn't want to get greedy. This is easily what could have happened right here. So I knew I had a really high degree of confidence based on a statistical probability that this was definitely gonna, almost definitely, like 99% chance, definitely gonna hit this target. I just didn't know how much further it would go after that. So didn't want to get greedy. Put that stop in. So the first trade we gave up 37 cents per share, and then I recovered with the speed bump protection 27 cents. So we'll finish the day, a red day, down 10 cents per share. So yep, that's how it goes. And I was the only one that set up for us today, so we weren't able to recover the day with another trade. So all right, we'll see everybody tomorrow, Wednesday. Hopefully, actually, I have a pretty busy day in the morning. But hopefully I'll be able to get some trades in the afternoon with my afternoon stocks. We'll see what happens.